Have you ever heard the MCG like that? Chitty-bit! I get chitty-bit! Yeah, I get chitty-bit! The Carlton gods must be crazy!
Hello, fellow baggers, and welcome back to Bluebaggers Edge and another edition of Double Edge Thursdays as we preview the next game, the second last game, and the game that will dictate, well, partly this round or the last, whether or not we make the wildcard. Big win, obviously, against the Saints, and we're already 1 foot in the wildcard spot. And we'll chat about, of course, the Dogs game coming up, unpack a bit of the Saints game, and of course, this bloke here. He was obviously loving the win that we had against the Saints and his son, which was great to see. He was in disbelief. Oh, mate, lap it up. Absolutely lap it up like we did. Well, to join me, of course, as always, is Mrs. Edge. How are we?
Hello. I'm good. Another week, another stream without me having adequate light in this room. But good to see that someone did see the light this week and that Josh Fraser has officially thrown his hat in the ring for the coaching job.
Yep, a long time coming. We've all been waiting for it. And supposedly he's been thinking about it, mulling on it, or mulling over it, but he's there. And surely the job is his. If there's anything other than him, I think there would be a riot of sorts. Almost remember the spray paint of Sack Voss, Sack bloody Austin and everyone else? It'd be spray paint and more, I reckon. It'd be an absolute riot.
Yeah, I don't think anyone but Fraser will get the job, but yeah, I think like we've talked about for pretty much every week, I think this has sort of been the plan the whole way along, and now it's just coming to the pointy end of what the plan was always going to be, that he was going to be the coach. So I think if that is the case, he has played
We want Fraser!
If that is the case, he's played it incredibly well, and I think if it was the plan from the club all along, that they've played it very well as well in terms of not putting the pressure on the team and just seeing how it plays out.
Yep, perfectly played. And you're totally right there, Atush. He's going to coach us and he's going to fucking like it. Exactly right. We're going to give him some money just to enjoy, just to give a little bit of extra incentive, even though he's just loving it. I reckon he'd coach for free. The way that he's operating at the moment, it was quite funny seeing him walk down post-game. I saw on the broadcast and everyone was chanting, "We want Fraser." He broke a little bit of smile on his face as well. So I think he's enjoying. He's trying to, he's quite humble, but even he broke into a little bit of a smile. And the players after the game as well, there was a vision of Jagger, and I think it was Lewis Young. They were like pointing at the cheer squad that was starting the chant and laughing. So they were getting around it as well. Quite funny to see.
Yeah, I know.
Thanks for joining us, as always, ladies and gents. Just quick. Oops, sorry. Just going to say thanks for joining us, Lana. Who mentioned, of course, the Pussycato, Paddy. He's with us. I think he's on the bed, actually. He's sleeping. Sorry, what were you saying? Go ahead.
No, it seems stupid now to go back to I was just going to say that I saw that Will Haywood liked the post on Instagram that the AFL put up saying that, I think it was the AFL's post saying that Fraser had officially put his hand up. So that was nice to see as well.
Yep, exactly. Players getting around it. One more win and we're in. Yep. You're next, the Doggies. They are indeed. Yes, a big out. Of course, we'll go through this game in a moment. But Bont being managed, which is quite funny because the AFL sent out a memo supposedly to all the clubs saying that if any team was to manage their side and not through injury, that the AFL is going to come down hard. Sure thing. Sure
What does
thing.
that mean though?
It's just to prevent tanking, and they want to preserve the integrity of the game, obviously
Yeah,
around
but
betting
what
and
does
whatnot. Who
come
gives a
down
shit?
hard mean? You get a warning? You get fined?
They can't specify. It's the classic AFL thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's just empty threats, really. Just dumb shit. Teams can manage their team however they want. So no, he's not playing. He's being managed. So at least that helps us out. Of course, joining us is our number one ticket holder, Rainer. Good to see you as always, mate. He says, don't Mrs. Ash, good evening. Also to Felix and Paddy, which I get confused as to which is which.
It's fair enough because Felix, you think Felix the cat, you think that would be the cat. No, Paddy cat, named after our fearless leader, and Felix is the child, named after my grandfather.
Yeah, and Paddy, Patrick is quite a hilarious name for a cat, must be said.
Only Paddy
so I must say,
bet.
yeah, exactly. G'day, Jay says, I saw Martina Navratilova having a go at the AFL for allowing a trans... a trans playing in a women's...
player.
Wait, who's that?
Yeah, who's who?
Who's she referring to? Martina.
There was a trans player that got approved to play in a women's comp, not AFLW, but like a local women's comp, I believe. I don't know the full details. I just saw the headlines this week. Yeah.
Interesting. No, fair enough. I think it's pretty fair enough. Jay, good to see you, mates. Now, Tush is quite active in the chat as always. It says, did you see Bevo's presser? I didn't see it. What did we miss? He said he's already broken.
I didn't see his presser, but I heard him say that they weren't going to manage Bont, and then look what happened. So.
Yes, okay. Playing games. Yeah, coming down hard. Yep, exactly right. Correct usage of the word there, Atush. Well, we are knowing that Bont is out, that's for sure. The AFL are guardians of integrity, which is quite hilarious, isn't it? Because they've got no ounce of integrity as a competition, and yet they want to try and preach integrity. It's quite funny. G'day, Jonas says, I told you way back Fraser was playing it cool. No one likes a thirsty Herd. Yeah. And who even know if Herd actually gets the job now? Just don't know.
I haven't heard anything really about the Essendon job, I must say,
Haven't
in the
heard.
last few weeks. Haven't heard.
Yeah. Well, I think they're whittled down to 3 or 4 now, I think.
Well, they better hurry up because that protest is booked for the Balti or whatever it is coming up in a few weeks. They want to get their stuff sorted, or that Herd protest is going to go ahead.
Oh, what if he's not chosen? What's going to happen then? They're going to go ahead with the protest anyway, or what are they going to protest about?
I guess if he doesn't get chosen, they would protest. If he does get chosen, I'd protest cancelled, I would say. Party time.
Mitch, g'day. Thank you, Mitch. Gee whiz. I just noticed. I was like, why is this coloured? That's the reason behind it. You're a very generous lad, so thank you so much, Mitch. Says Fraser, so modest and humble. I love the way he speaks and seems to know how to handle media well. Yeah, he's very cool. Like, you don't seem stressed at all, which is, I'm just thinking about other coaches of a similar sort of mould. I mean, there's obviously Craig McRae himself, and I think there was a comparison that, who was it? On one of the footy shows. It might have been on the agenda setters. They were comparing him to Craig McRae, just with regards to the language he uses, which I don't know if it's a coincidence, but I mean, he's always that sort of character even as well. I mean, when he was a player, he was unassuming and very, seemed very humble anyway, the way that he went about things. And I remember early days, he's on Talking Footy shortly after I think it's on YouTube actually, shortly after he was drafted, and he's very, very quietly spoken and everything else. And to see him now, he speaks so well and still so quite humble. Felix is the baby and Patrick the cat. I should remember. Just think of the opposite of what you're initially thinking. So Felix is the baby, not the cat. Although they're both babies. So technically you're correct there.
Just remember Paddy's like the cat's named after Paddy, not the baby.
Yeah. Yeah. To me, Bevo was saying it's all about being ready for the first final. Yeah, well, they've already qualified, haven't they? So it makes sense. But the use of that language does, I guess, insinuate that they are managing him based upon not injury, but just giving him a week off. So the
Well,
AFL, what are you going to do?
exactly. Well, what did we talk about during the week? We looked at the ladder and did the calculations of if it's possible for us to finish in the 8, not just the 10, but the 8. And it is possible if Collingwood lose both of their 2 games and we win both of our 2 games. So I would love more than anything to finish in the 8 because then people can't be like, oh, Carlton only made it because there's wild card. Rah, rah. Nah. If we can make the 8, that will be amazing. Because that means we would have been there regardless. And Collingwood have Hawthorn and Brisbane. Is that right? We looked at it.
Yes, yep.
So anything's possible. And if Freo come and rest half of their players next week,
Yeah, who knows?
and we win this week, obviously. Can't discount that.
Yeah.
But it would be very, very nice if we could finish 8th.
Yeah, and bump Collingwood out into the wildcard spot.
Yep.
That'd really turn the tables. Jonas says, if Hurd doesn't get the job, Essendon Dunn fans can move to North Korea and support another dear saviour. Yeah, it's a bit that way, isn't it? It's always dictatorship type stuff. They've been brainwashed by the messiah that is James Hurd. The big wow is here, of course. Good to see you, Wayno. Bond's been obviously sore for the last month. It sure seems like it. I mean, talking in Supercoach terms here about my other channel, but his scoring and performances have not been on par with what he's normally been. His lofty standards, he's been nowhere near it. So it does make sense that he's kind of potentially a bit sore. So Atush says, I want to finish 10th just to piss people off. That's not unlike you, Atush, surely. Put your hard hat on just for
Rage bait.
and go into battle. Dean says it's going to be Carlton v Collingwood in the wild card. It's destiny and Carlton will win. And the AFL will absolutely, talking about coming earlier, Tush, they'll be doing that and more if that ends up being the wild card game.
I don't know if I'd be able to cope. I don't think I literally would be able to cope that week. But it would be written in the stars that, they have beaten us so many times and we're due to win one. And it would just be like chef's kiss if it was in wildcard and we just booted them. That would just be the best outcome.
Exactly. They've been giving it to us for so long.
Yeah.
Get a big dog up here.
I'd love to record a video after a Collingwood-Carlton game where we can actually say that.
Yeah, exactly.
I visualize
and we will
it.
Plaster it up everywhere and roll it out whenever we can. Maybe this is the turning point of like, Atush, I know you've said we will never lose again, but perhaps we can apply it to Collingwood. We will never lose again, in brackets, to Collingwood. Last time Collingwood defeated Carlton in a final. Well, there you go. Good stat there. I'm a stats man, Dean. I love that. 1980 was the last time. So
predates both
in our favour. Yeah. Wayno, Hawks have to be hurting after last weekend, should come out spitting fire. You would think so. I mean, they did it against us after they got absolutely pummeled by the Ds. So the Pies, get your lube. Rayner, Bont being rested now means AFL won't find them. Yeah, because it's the LeBont. And then they'll use that as precedent that if any other club gets fined or whatever, they'll just be like, hey, like, what about the Dogs and Bont? From what I've heard, they don't beat us. That's exactly right. In history. Jay, if we don't pick Josh, surely the club cannot announce it until after the finals. Yeah, otherwise it would be just so awkward.
My prediction is when we qualify for wildcard. I think I said this a couple of weeks ago. When we're either definitively in or out is when they will announce him as coach. So if we win this week, I would say they would probably announce next week that he's coach. Because can you imagine, like, as well, not the adrenaline, but the high that would have pushing into finals as well?
Yeah.
Like, got to be strategic about it. I don't think it's pressure then to win for your new coach because he's been your coach for how many weeks. But
Yeah.
yeah, I reckon if we qualify this week, next week an announcement will happen.
Yep. I reckon
And
it's.
next
I think
week's
you're
also
spot on.
our last home game as well. So that would,
Mm.
putting on my marketing hat, that's another reason for people to come and put bums on seats.
Yeah. Atush says, how funny would it be if they announced it through Terry from Blue Abroad instead of mainstream media?
I think Kane
The little,
Corns would
what do you call it? Little
implode.
people or whatever.
The little guys, yeah. I think Kane
Yeah.
Corns would actually implode.
Yeah. Stick it up him. He needs a big dog up him. That's for sure.
Speaking of mainstream media, did you see the footage of BT post game last week getting fobbed off by everyone? No one to talk to him.
Yeah. Rightly so. Because did you hear him on Fox FM, the breakfast program with
Yep.
Fifi, Fev, and Nick? And he phoned in or whatever, and they were saying, how about Carlton's winning streak? And he's like, it doesn't mean anything. Carlton are shit. They're shit, mate. It's like, of course. The club's like in tune with that. And yeah, BT crying. And he was just like acting like a spoilt brat, like, oh, okay, they don't want to be acting like adults. Well, BT, were you acting like an adult? My word.
This is like what we were saying when Kane Corns had his little hissy fit when the whole Terry Blue Abroad thing happened. It's
Shit
almost
house,
like
yeah.
it's the consequences of your own actions.
Yeah, exactly right. Uh, it's amazing, isn't it? Yeah, it could be Solbottom's last game too if we face him in the final. But that would be extra incentive for us to send him off in style. Thanks, Sidey. Carlton carried a lot of injured players into that game. There you go. Still won. Calvinator, hi guys. I've got to be honest. I'm very dubious about Wiedering's kicking out of the back half. Very worried. The one thing that worries me with Wieders is always when we're under pressure, his go-to is always never looking laterally or looking up. He just puts it, like, bombs the ball in his boot to try and kick it as long as he can outside 50. But if the opposition set up on the perimeter of the 50 arc, they're just easy marks, which is what he was always doing, what he used to hate and still hate. I don't like it. But when that man was coaching us in the way that we would set up, we wouldn't be man on man at that point. We'd be virtually, inside our defensive 50, and there was no one to kick to, and opposition just easy mark. But Wiedering, I think his field kicking it's okay. I don't think it's, I don't know.
How many
I think
weeks
there's
have
a
they not had
moment
Wiedering for now?
Is it 6 weeks? Roundabout?
Sure.
Can't recall. Feels like forever though. Wieders needs one more week. Yeah, there you go. Well, apparently, Tush was one who went down and watched him at the VFL. So I wonder, Tush, what your thoughts were, if he's fit enough to come back. I mean, he is Wieders, so as long as he's fit, he'll come back in.
I'm sure he's fine.
Yeah.
I have faith.
Jonas, people need to stop wasting oxygen. Fraser already has the job. The club will announce it at a time and place of their choosing. Yep, exactly right. It's a foregone conclusion. I mean, a bloke's got the role, he's already performing. Why would you go for someone else? It just would not make any sense at all. I mean, it'd be a classic Carlton thing to do, but even for us, I don't even think we'd be stupid enough to do that. Jagger spoke to him and took the piss out. Oh, did he really? BT. Classic. Good stuff, Jagger. Last time Carlton played Collingwood in a final was 1988. There you go. That's when I was born. Yeah. And we won by 38 points. There you go. So hopefully I'll bring the luck at the game. BT was a crybaby. Yeah. Wieders is allergic to finding a target in front of him. He either does long down the line or kicks it backwards. Oh, there you go. Last game was against Geelong. Jesus.
That's a long time ago.
That is a long, long while ago. I think his field kicking in VFL was okay last week. There you go. G'day, Dynamic. How are you? He loves the sword reference, does Dynamic, the Edge.
That was something else for a second.
Well, if we face the Pies and win against the Pies, that'd be a longer sword than what's depicted there. That's for sure. Atush, he's probably fit enough to come back. He played and managed first half and then played the entire second half because Williams went down. I say play Wiedering this week. You don't drive a Lambo in the mud. Yeah, I was surprised he actually came back through the VFL. But how good is it? It's like, again, selection integrity. You don't just bring back a bloke. Sure, he's been injured and he's a great player, but you don't just bring him straight back unless you know he's 100% fit. Jay says, I don't watch Seven. Did they blow off BT? Yeah, the lads in the rooms didn't want to speak to him. And Len, who's he's the ball guy you see on the broadcast. I think he works in the back rooms there. And he was like, "Oh, Lenny, what can I speak to someone?" And he was just like, I don't know. What are you talking about, BT? This isn't the Carlton rooms. Get out of here.
Another example of us fobbing off the what is it? The official broadcaster for Cane Corns to get annoyed at.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. My word. Yeah, they don't want to talk to BT because they've already committed to chatting to the likes of us, the little people on YouTube.
Well, funny thing is, Will Haywood was doing his own roaming segment in the rooms.
That's right. Yeah.
So they're going down the owned content route.
Yeah, exactly right. Now, a good point here. So from John, it's something I spoke about in the Raw Reactions post-game video with regards to who comes in, who goes out, should say, for Weeders. And there's two schools of thought here. So it's either, I think, between Dirksen or Young. Now, Dirksen, one-dimensional. I mean, he's not one-dimensional. He can play forward, of course. But, I mean, he's been playing as a key position defender. Lewis Young is more of a utility. He's been playing defence, forward, pinching in the ruck. Didn't have the best game, must be said, against the Saints compared to Dirksen. But I think in terms of what Young offers us, so if someone was to get injured, knock on wood, in game, up forward in defence, or if Pito goes down, for example, that offers us so much more in game compared to not having Young and having Dirksen. So if Weeders comes in, Dirksen probably has to be pushed forward, you'd think, because we've got one too many key position defenders, was played just off the bench, which I think to have a tall defender as rotation off the bench, I don't think are you kind of like hamstringing yourself? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put up a poll. First of its kind, I think we've done a poll here on this channel. So who goes out for the big wheat bag? Is it Dirks or is it going to be Young? What are your thoughts?
I personally think Young will get dropped, only because Dirksen was the one who was getting a spot before Young was in when there was a spot available. So in my mind, Young was the last one in. He's the first one out. That doesn't. I do agree with what you're saying though, in terms of him being more flexible if something goes wrong. But in my mind, I think Young gets cut, unfortunately, as he's been doing good things.
Yeah. Well, Rainer said option 3, no change. Sorry, I should have added that as an option. But you'd think the fact that Weeders has been named, I don't know, just suggests to me that there's going to be some sort of change. But
well, that's true. I mean, he might not get named in the final team.
Yep. Well, let us know anyway what your thoughts are. If it's between both of these two guys here, who goes out? So just type 1 without the dot or 2 without the dot, and that will populate the poll there. And of course, look who's joining us. Brain Taylor says, Annie Knight, of course, coming back again. How does Sarah Jones induced hard-on in the rooms and the Carlton players run away? Of course, we know who this is because he's spelling Carlton with a K. It is our resident Collingwood supporter. Back again. You're giving yourself away, mate. But thank you for joining us, as always.
Didn't he get blocked?
No, not him. There was another guy who was getting personal. Yeah, he's gone. Well, he's probably writing in the comments, but no one can see it. He's speaking into the ether. It's a funny thing that YouTube do. They don't actually block the person. They allow them still to comment, but no one can see it. Anyway, allows them to stroke their own ego and whatever else they want to stroke. Yeah, run into a different room. BT tried to interrupt walking with Will. Really? And they basically told him to piss off. that does not like surprise me at all. BT trying to piggyback off something. He's done it in the past where like journos are actually doing radio
Yes.
interviews
Yep.
and he's like butted in. I'm like, BT, what are you doing, mate? Like, piss off. They're
He did
actually
it
like,
last
they've got the player
week.
live.
He interrupted the Triple M coverage.
Absolute dumbass. Never watched footy on 7.
Yeah,
I
I
can't
actually
stand BT
didn't
in
watch.
general.
I didn't watch it on 7. I watched it on KO. But yeah, saw on socials what had happened.
Dean says, I have a funny feeling Ison is going to come in this week as well. Interesting. Who goes out if that's the case, Dan? I'd love to hear your thoughts there.
Blake Acres was running up and down
Not
on his
again.
own again for 2 weeks in
Not
a
again.
row.
Not again. Not
Did
again.
you see him?
Yeah, we saw him. Well, because you wouldn't have seen at the you weren't able to make it to the
I
game because
saw
you're
him
minding
on
a
the
little one.
TV. So
But
who's that
the fact
bloke
that
on
you
his
saw him on the
own?
broadcast, yeah,
Yes.
the fact you saw him on the broadcast, and he's there waving his arms like, Blakers, you got to learn how to kick, mate. Your teammates actually might pass you. Poor Blakers. But yeah,
Poor
he was
Blakers. He might get dropped.
yeah, potentially. So no change, says Rayner. Evening indeed. No change, but if we need to, it is Dirks. Was his name Max because he's gone? Haynes managed, I reckon. Okay. He does seem to be playing. He's been copying a few hits. I mean, the other week looked as though he concussed himself, but wasn't to be, thankfully, against the Lions. Dynamic, they should do a Carlton musical called Wuthering Heights. It's like Wuthering Heights. It's Vossi sneaking to players' bedroom windows, trying to give them coaching advice, but Graham Wright finds out and he's sent to the chateau. That's very creative. I like that dynamic. Love that. Wuthering Heights. It's like, yeah, Vossi on the broadcast giving his special comments. You just got to do more LDLs, long down the line. Vossi, we know, mate. It's your MO. Lordy. Dean, if Haynes is managed, Dirk stays in. Okay.
Dean?
No, so as in Dean Macbeth. This Dean, right there.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you meant Dean as in
I initially thought
Dean,
that as
and I was
well.
like, excuse
Yeah.
me?
I keep trying to click on comments and then people keep popping up there. New comments. Yep, that's what I would do. Keep Dirksen in. Dirk knows what he's in the team for also. G'day, Mike. I don't understand the hating on he's in All-Australian, run around in the twos that blow off the cobwebs and we'll be ready to go this week. Love Dirks, but we'll need to sit this one out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I'm not saying we don't want Weeders in the team.
Yeah. I think he's talking more generally that some people are calling for him to be traded, all that sort of stuff, and like forgotten
we
his
talked
quality.
about last week, yeah.
Yeah. So I think he's correct there that the media is driving it, but there are a portion of the fan base as well that's saying that, and it's those supporters that have a very limited attention span potentially, and they've forgotten very quickly as to what the quality is that he provides when he's in the team, and how much we've relied on him in the past. He's kind of like been our cripper in defence over how many years, virtually one out. So he's not expendable, that's for sure. So you're right there, Mick. But it's just a matter of whether or not he's 100% fit, and we're worried that he may get re-injured again because he's had so long the sidelines. Yeah, it's definitely a squeeze. There you go. Oz says Durka stays. Calvinator, fascinating situation. There's 3 outcomes. The defence improves dramatically with him back. 2, it stays virtually the same. Or 3, Weeder's input changes the formula down back and it turns into a shit show. I don't think it's going to really change.
I think it'll be 1 or 2.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to change anything. They've all been playing with him previous to him getting injured. So it's not as if it's a new player that they don't know the dynamic and whatever. But I think it'll, yeah, you're right. It'll either stay the same or improve. And probably just matchup based as well, based upon who we're facing. The Dogs don't really have, apart from Norton, like a big-bodied sort of forward. I'm thinking like a Josh Tracy, which would be perfect matchup next week against Freo, Weeders on Josh Tracy, who's a bloody Hulk. It'd be too big and strong for Dean. Dirksen couldn't go with him, so I think it's probably perfect time that he's come in ahead of that game. And he says, St Kilda supporters were having a sook on the socials that the Dogs were throwing the game and giving Carlton a free ride to the finals. Of course, St Kilda. Do they really want to complain anymore, St Kilda? Do you see they were complaining about us, not us individually, but as a collective? I think the supporter base and supporters at the ground, they were booing Silvani. They were complaining about it like it was something that wasn't going to happen. They've done it against Josh Battle, like his first year at Hawthorn. There's literally a photo of like St Kilda supporters like going boo and like throwing their arms out and stuff. And even on the broadcast, remember they were saying, I don't know, I'm not sure. Surely not, because they pushed him out. He didn't actually want to leave. That's a bit of what's it called? Like the something syndrome. It's like when you're a hostage and you start to sympathise. Stockholm. That's virtually what I think Steele had, unfortunately, because why would you want to stick around us and kill the team? Go greener pastures, mate, which he is at the moment with Melbourne. They're going great guns. Classic St Kilda supporters, though. Jay says has to be Dirks, like for like. Yep. Nice problem to have for a change, yeah. It is. Bit of depth, especially in defence. Yeah, nearly 3 months, Jesus. Thoughts on Hollands? Yes. So, well, first and foremost, seeing as though we've got the game up, let's quickly go through this game, and considering we're talking about Weeders as a potential in, and we'll chat about, the news around Hollands, Ollie Hollands, of course, apparently having met with North Melbourne. And Tush, if you're still in the chat, let us know your thoughts, because he did a video on Hollands and his position in the team. Going back maybe a month or two ago. So be keen. I think he might have mentioned North Melbourne actually then, in terms of saying who we could shop him around to. So you're on the money there, Atush. So let's quickly go through the ins and outs. Where are the lineups? So as you can see here, for the time being, of course, being a Sunday game, there's no definitive ins and outs for us as yet, but for us, there's Weeders, Ison, and Boyd, the forgotten man. I think there's a bit of a bid you farewell. You're going to be an emergency for maybe the last time in the team. I reckon he might get the chop, unfortunately, Jordan Boyd, end of the season. But the Dogs, they have quite a few changes here. So Caulfield omitted. LeBont is managed, and English is out, I think, for the season now. So that's a big annoyance there for the Dogs for the remainder of the season and their prospects heading into finals. Potential debutant, Lockie Carmichael, who was the academy player from memory from the Swans, and the Dogs swept in and took him from under their noses. All they did match the bid. Other than that, there is Luke Kennedy, tackling machine, Lockie McNeil, Jed Buslinger, key position defender, Oscar Baker, and Lewis Emmett. With English going out, you would think it may make sense for Emmett to come in. He's a ruck. Otherwise, they've been playing Rory Lobb as their go-to ruck. So he's been doing a decent enough job. So potentially they just run with Lobb. In terms of, I guess, matchups, there is that man at full back, Buku Kamas, who we'll speak about as well. Could be in navy blue for next year, and I reckon he might be. But he's matched up alongside Kemp. I think in terms of where it could be a bit of a danger, I mean, without English, that gives us a fair bit of a leg up. Mind you, Pitnet. How good was Pitnet against the Saints? Against TDK,
Yes.
Marshall, both guys with great leaps. Played really well, didn't he?
He did.
Couple of
played
goals.
Very, very well.
So he is poised to potentially add to that with consecutive cracking games. Well, hopefully so. Hopefully he pushes forward again and kicks another snag or two, because his hands are so good. And I'll reference that that moment again with TDK opposed to him, and TDK tried to push him to try and get him off balance to try and take the mark. And then TDK did not even move Pito an inch And so I watch you in pushing Pito. TDK went back almost into the next suburb, into the stands. And then Pito's like taking the uncontested mark virtually. Hilarious. That was quite funny. Kicked the goal as well. And gave the strength. Gave the old flex. But I think with Weeders back, I mean, Weeders is named on field as well, which, I mean, they always say that the way that the team is named isn't always a true reflection on the way that it's going to actually shape up on game day. But the fact that he's named on field normally suggests that that player is in the team. So I think that probably is a little bit of an insight there, but we'll wait and see, of course. But Weeders up against Norton is a good matchup there. Louis Emmett named on field as well, so maybe he's sticking around. There's a bit of a chop out. But I'm just trying to look in terms of, I mean, with Bont out of the team, it changes their entire lineup, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, he's a big player, so yes, it does. It'd be like, Walshy or Cripper being out for us. So,
Yep.
Bont
He
is
is out. Jonas says Bukaki Kamas. Are you going to call him Bukaki Kamas when he comes to us, Jonas? He wants 4 years and good money. No thanks. Well, yeah, that's the latest news that the Dogs have upped their offer to an extra year for 4 years, which matches with us. But I don't know what the money is, so that's probably a sticking point. But again, we've got a fair bit of money, and if it comes down to it, if it's choosing between a Karmas and an Amati, 100% I'm going for Karmas every single day of the week, surely. Lewis doesn't need to get the ball, just get in Lob's way. I'm talking about, talking about Lob, Lewis in the ruck. What's this, Annie? You got any more duds to send packing to St Kilda? Well, other bit of recent news as well. Apparently, this is a bit of a rumour, that Zach Williams has been sounded out by the Saints. Does that surprise you?
Yeah.
Good old Stephen Silvani.
It kind of surprises me because aren't his limbs held together by sticky tape at this point?
Virtually. And do they have any money to actually offer him? Surely it's unders compared to what we would offer him.
Who knows?
Crazy.
I don't know what they're doing over there. They got a really good accountant.
Yeah, fudging the numbers. Good accountant for now. Front-ending deals, and then it will come back and bite them in the ass. Oh, that's right. Yeah, very good point there, Dean. St Kilda didn't let Battle go to their BNF after he announced he was leaving. So that was very fickle of the Saints. Because I think Dangerfield announced that he was leaving and he was still allowed to go to the Crows BNF, because I remember that was a thing in the news way back when. Talking about the selection, yeah, these are happy problems for once.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Finey had a massive sook on SEN. I don't know if you saw it on Twitter, but he was virtually saying, going off about the crowd booing Silvani. It's like, well, mate, what do you expect? Like, and just get some concrete, mate. Honestly. Yeah, if the shoe was on the other foot, honestly, just ridiculous. Sookholm syndrome for the Saints. Yeah, where's Lana gone? Lana's disappeared. She was here a second. I don't know if she's jumped into a different stream, but yeah, that's a very good point, because this is the point for Lana to start arcing up about Jack, especially. I'm sure she's got a few choice words to impart. So Lana might shine the old bat signal in the sky and try and get you back on. Raina, Ben, I mean, everyone is entitled to their own opinion. You worried about Lob going forward? Yeah, that's probably a good point. That might exploit Pito. Shu being on the other foot there, Lob going forward as opposed to Pito going into our forward line, because Lob's a pretty good utility. He's pretty much like a Lewis Young, play defence, forward, ruck. So fair point. So much. I mean, we've got enough tall defenders there to do the job now, especially with Weeders. So yeah, might have to try and chop out the path to his marking. Bukaki Kamis is not in our best 23. McGovern and Haynes, yes, and yes, of course. The other big news, which we can probably go through now, is, of course, Gov signing a 1-year deal, which is great to see, off the back of some really hard work. And he's been maligned for a fair time, which is probably fair enough because his output hasn't been up to standard. And last year he was on the cusp of potentially being delisted. And we didn't play him in order to...
He didn't meet his trigger clause.
The trigger clause. So it allowed us to, rejig the contract and table something for less. He had the chance to look elsewhere if he wanted to, but I don't think there was any suitors. No one was keen. And good bloke that he is, put his head down, bum up, and has got the most out of his season to date now, which is, believe it or not, he's kicked 33 goals, which is one more than his career best, which was his first year back in Adelaide.
Gee, that's good.
So incredible turnaround in form, and I spoke about it in the recent video that I uploaded about, of course, Fraze putting his hand up to apply for the senior coaching role at the back end there, and I spoke about Gov and the fact that I can't think of another player since, say, Liam Jones that's gone into a different position and absolutely excelled. Bit of a sliding doors there in terms of, or ships the night, because Gov went from defence to forward and Liam Jones from forward to defence. But he's looked really good. And he's always had the hallmarks of that. Like, as I said, at Adelaide, he was kicking goals for them and came to us and we needed someone in defence, again, just to help out Weeders. So yeah, he's definitely turned things around, and full credit to him, and a well-earned 1-year deal.
Absolutely.
Alongside him, of course, is Hainsey.
Yes.
Now, he is someone that I think a lot of people underestimated him. When we got our hands on him, people thought, I remember seeing comments from some supporters saying that why did we get a bloke that's going to, whittle away in the VFL as depth? I'm like, we're not targeting this bloke as depth. He's got experience. I think he's a double All-Australian when he was back at the Giants. Best and fairest winner from memory. Great experience and maturity and leadership as well. So he's offered all that and more, as well as obviously on field as a defender. And he has really helped the likes of Weeders and, undermanned at times in defence. So a incredible extension to his career and well earned, that is for sure. Remember his first game against Richmond when he absolutely had a stinker and then turned things around very, very quickly. But I mean, every Carlton player had a stinker against Richmond that day. Must be said. But outside of that, we had a couple of others re-sign as well.
Yes.
Till 2028.
Ison?
Yeah, the Iceman and the Fireman. It's the Fire and Ice with Bunsen Burner. Both signing on until 2028, and they speak for themselves. I think Ison showed a fair bit in his first handful of games and raw talent. Great, I guess. He's got that motivation behind him. And once he gets a little bit of development into him in the VFL and consistency, continuity from week to week, he will be a regular contributor and a great kick as well. So looking forward to seeing him in the future. And Bunsen Burner, my word, he is incredible. Does not stop. The hunger. No. Never seen someone so hungry for the footy. He's an absolute cracker. So great news all around for the mature ages in Gov and Haynes, and the two future Blues signing on for a few extra seasons, which is good to see. Brahaha, good. I don't know what that is in reference to.
Zach Williams.
Oh, good, have him. There you go, yep. Lana's back. She's back. See, the bat signal works all the time. There he is. So, Lana, we're talking about Jack Silvani. You may have missed it.
Don't rile her up.
No. I'm just mentioning it. And Jack Silvani and this bloke here, Lana. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on this bloke?
It was just a pixel a second ago.
Was it? Good. Don't want to see him blur his face like his son.
Don't go into that.
Rainer. Which son am I talking about? There's three of them. Rainer. Evening again. Indeed. St Kilda a cry, but here we go. Look at this. See, Rainer's just thrown the fishing line out there. I don't think you've got any bait on that there, Rainer. Here we go. J Sauce and TDK sucking it up was brilliant. G'day, Petra. Good to see you. Great to see Carlton fans confident and relaxed. Yeah, for once. For
I
once.
don't know. There's always that part in the back of your mind that's like, could we?
Or were you worried heading into the Saints game?
I
I was not worried at all.
I wasn't worried, but like I said, it's always in the back of your mind, like, which Carlton's going to show up today.
Well, the first time in a long while that it wasn't for me. It was only until after the game when I was doing the review. I was like, and chatting to a tush, I was like, holy shit, that was like the first time where I've never actually thought they were going to lose the game. And like the stakes of the game were pretty high, obviously. It needed to really win to be a chance of sticking around as a wild card contender. And I was relaxed, as you said there, Petra, for the first time in a long while. So it was a bit of Fraser's transforming the team, and he's transforming me as a supporter. Jeez, it's the impact this man's having. Jonas and Killer are the worst. Fancy being so arrogant, having never won anything. Yeah, well, they won something, which is back in '66, just the one flag, and a lot of spoons as well around that. Here she is. Yes, Paddy Pussycato. He is sleeping. He's on our bed. He's having a bit of a cat nap, you could say. Wayne says Lana got a bug full of cold tabs. The walls are bending and I'm hearing strange voices. Having great fun. What's that reference to? What do you want? Is that you? Wayne, what have you taken? Some wacky tobacco?
Cold tablets, by the sounds of it.
And the walls are bending and you're hearing strange voices. What voices? Are you hearing BT in the distance? Oh, they're not adults. They're children. Are you hearing phrase? Yeah, just dynamic play. Yada, yada, yada. Dean, I would not have let Curnow, DeConning or Silvani attend the Carlton BNF once it was confirmed they were leaving, but that's just me, and I would have gifted DeConning 100 games. I wouldn't have. I assume he meant.
I think we gifted him 100 games because we were protecting our
just in case
assets.
Future. Yeah. AKA the plums that he has.
Well, lol, if father-son's even a thing then, could be
Good
completely
point.
gone.
Yeah. But I've always said, I think it's probably more commonplace with TDK, mate, take the money. Take the money. And I'm laughing. The fact that he's not, I feel sorry for him because it was always going to happen. Like the pressure that's mounting on him. Even now the media are starting to say, like, you know, he's not earning his keep with regards to the money that he's getting via his output. But TDK, take him to the cleaners, mate. You've set yourself up for life. It's on them for being dickheads.
No, I say you can't judge them on their first year because statistically, players that move clubs their first year, they're pretty rough. And then it's their second year where they settle in. So I say if he's still performing like he's been performing this year, next year, then I would say that's a bad move, St Kilda.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep. Yeah, I think it's a bad move regardless. But I think he should be immune from criticism. You're right.
How much they paid was ridiculous. And they're going to get so many of their players offside, their current players offside. Like,
exactly.
It's like when you're at work and you find out that there's the colleague that's next to you is getting paid more and doing the same job. Like, you get so disenfranchised.
Yeah, exactly. And the fact that it's made public, oh God, it's not good at all. But TDK, take them to the cleaners. However you're playing, I don't give a shit. Take them to the cleaners. It's their idiocy for paying you as much as they are. And I think if most people are in your shoes, no matter how rusted on you are as a Carlton supporter, like I'd be doing a Gary Ablett, going there and getting the money and then requesting a trade back. Alana.
St Kilda supporter.
I know, but I don't think he wanted to leave, in all honesty.
Well,
I don't think he wanted to leave.
Weeder's got offered big dollars and he's literally bankrupt.
Don't bring that up again, the poor bloke. What did he do? What happened there?
Leaders. If anyone had an excuse to
Scammed.
get more money, it's that bloke, and he didn't leave. So
Was that
everyone has
before
a
or after
choice.
after he got scammed?
He got scammed years ago.
I reckon if he got the offer post scam, he'd be like, I'm sorry guys, I've got to take this. I'm pretty hard up for money for a bit of coin.
Poor leaders.
The
See,
scammer should have
anyone can
scammed him
get
after he signed a deal.
scammed.
Exactly. That oh my lord, that video of the poor bloke. Just you
Never
shouldn't
thought
laugh,
it was a
but
good idea to do that.
I know.
Poor Weeders.
Career best form for Gov, yes, it is. Yep, and the stats say just that. So absolute gun, and he's definitely helped us out up forward as well. You think about it in terms of the hole that's been left with Charlie. I know Charlie hasn't been or wasn't in the best form for us, especially last year that he was with us. But there was a hole that needed to be filled regardless, and he's helped out a fair bit. So Harry, Gov, Kemp, those were our three tools really that are go-tos.
I'm putting this out there. We are a better team without Charlie Curnow.
Yep, I reckon. Would you reckon?
Because I'll explain why, my thinking. Because he was our default option always. Kick it to Charlie, always. Now, we have so many more options. We're not as predictable. Like how many goal scorers we've had the last 2 weeks. We would never have that if Charlie Curnow was still in the team. There is no way.
Yeah, I think it's like he kind of commanded like everything needed to go through him or Harry. And yeah, it's opened things up. So much more dynamic. 16 individual goal kickers against the Lions. That would not have happened if we had Charlie.
No.
Can guarantee it.
Exactly. And I loved Charlie. Like I'm still very cut up about him leaving. But I genuinely think it could be as well because of the team that Charlie was in with Voss, and if he was under Fraser, it could be a different story. But I genuinely think we're a better team with. No, I don't know why you said that. I think we're genuinely.
I was waiting for you to look at the camera. It took ages.
Yeah, because I look around.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so we're much more better without him.
I think so.
Moped also sucked a lot, and players got sick of it. Yeah. Yeah, exactly right. A genius signing, yep. Dean says, I would not have allowed DeConning. I think that's a repeat.
This.
No, he copied and pasted it again. It must have been a spelling mistake, and he's deleted the other one because it doesn't show any deleted comments in StreamYard.
Oh, okay.
Dean couldn't agree more, yep. What's that? Who recruited these latest young guns? Talking about
Austin.
Our guys, yeah, Austin. Which again, I'm disappointed why he's actually no longer there.
That's like what I'm not sold on us getting rid of Austin.
Yeah, I don't know why we would have. Doesn't make any sense at all.
Collateral damage from the Voss era, unfortunately.
Yeah, but it's. I don't know. It's a bit silly because he did all the work at the draft. Like all these guys that we've got, like Wilson, Harry O'Farrell, obviously trading up the draft for Jagger, Bunsen Burner. All these guys we wouldn't have had without him. And it's so hard to try and get talented players at that point, the midway point of the draft. So I know he had some people were questioning him, and I don't quite understand why, but I think people now are showing, even when we got Jagger, people were like, why don't we go for, what's his name, Draper, Sid Draper. Well, Draper can't get in the park. He's had back issues and calf issues and everything else, which he was actually struggling from in his under-18 year. And great pick of Jagger. So, I don't know. I'd love to hear what came of that as to the reasonings behind it. Yeah, no one was sending them that money. Ridiculous overpay from St Kilda. Yep. Songbird Silvani and his family can make Luna lose a park their home forever. St Kilda. No, he's parted ways, unfortunately, Kelvin. DeConning was playing at half pace in the end, completely taking the piss he was, leaving for money wasn't what offended me. It was that he took the piss while we were still paying him. Yeah, well, he got injured in the end, didn't he?
Injured, yeah, I think so.
And he was actually in pretty good form, but yeah, I think with anyone that's in a job that is finishing up, I mean, it's just kind of human nature. I think that you kind of check out to some degree. Even if you're the hardest of worker, you're still like, yeah, I can see the finish line type thing, which isn't good, obviously, in a competitive industry that is sport, but it is what it is. Number one jumper at Carlton belongs to the Walkers. Yep, exactly. Paved the way. St Kilda, biggest pile of overpaid and overrated flogs of all time. There we go. Lana's teeing off. She's getting started. Oh, Lana's been crying of my health. A bit crook at the moment, Wayno. It's not good to hear. Hopefully you get over what you've got. DeConning did not deserve to have his name on a Carlton locker. Well, he's there now. We might be saying
No,
different
I
if
think
he's
he
got a son
did.
that's. Yeah, I think he did enough across the journey.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's going to be any better than until they get rid of Rowan Marshall. He's not going to be able to recapture the same sort of form that he showed us because he's sort of like swinging between forward and ruck. But even so, like he's not the. Atush and I were chatting about it. He's not the best ruckman. It must be said in terms of his ruck craft. Like he's never in the top 5 for his ruck craft. Like it's where he does his work is as almost like an extra midfielder at each stoppage, and up for pushing forward and taking a mark. But if you compare it to Pito, like when Pito came in after TDK got injured last year, Pito was rated the number 1 ruckman at that point. Come the end of the year, I think he played 7 games, Pito, in the end, and he was number 1 for hit-outs to advantage. TDK was nowhere near that. So Pito, like I was saying earlier, incredible ruck craft, old school ruckman, lumbering, big bodied, doesn't have the leap obviously, but he found a way against TDK last week, that's for sure. Yeah, as you said there, Jonas, he's just not that guy. No aggression or passion for the game like last year. Well, the thing was as well, you notice that TDK doesn't have that hard edge to him. Like when Pito took the mark against him in that moment I was talking about where TDK tried to push him and Pito kicked the goal and did the old strength to him, TDK like just dropped his head.
Yeah.
So he's just like that sort of player, which is
I think
a bit of a
he was
shame.
injured, like he got
Yeah, he
injured
copped a
2
hit to
weeks
the
ago,
shoulder
but
as
I'm
well.
pretty sure he was carrying like an injury last week as well. He didn't look right.
No. It was really weird because he went down after one rock contest in the middle and like holding his shoulder. Then he was fine. And then he copped a hit in the eye or something, I think, in another, like the separate marking contest with Pito. So, I don't know. But he's playing this week, apparently. I thought I was expecting him to go out. Rainer, I've kept my number 1 jumper so Cody can sign it. Silvani's dead to me now. There she is, in capitals as well. Wayne, we should thank the Saints in Sydney. They made it easy to make the decisions we needed to. Yep. The only Silvani I know is Sergio. Yep. He's the one and only true Silvani. DeConning gave us more in 2023 and 2024. That's our point of difference. He was taking the piss in his last season. Hope Dirksen isn't the lucky player dropped for Weeders, says Petra. I spoke to Dirksen at training yesterday. He was talking about how tight the defence is. It'd be a shame because he's actually come on pretty well. Has Durko? TDK was taking the money and the piss. Dean, Mrs. Edge, Wiedering is not bankrupt. Methinks some club benefactors may have given him a little help after that incident as well.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
That's a bit naughty.
Or was it the case that these club benefactors were the ones that actually scammed him and were giving him back a portion of his money and making it look as though they're just good people? What a plot twist that would be.
I'm sure he's not bankrupt anyway. Like, if you or I were scammed, that would probably be a really big deal. But I'm sure he was back to whatever he needed to be back to within a couple of years, if not 1 year. But still, shit thing to happen.
Holy shit, look at this, the dynamic. My wife forgot to pay her lotto syndicate for probably the second or third time in 20 years last year and missed $425,000 because it hit for 10 million and was split amongst obviously the
Oh my
number of people in the
gosh.
syndicate. Oh, that's crazy. That's so shit. You'd almost like if you forget to pay for the
Don't
syndicate,
check the
like the
numbers.
entry, just don't check. Yeah,
Don't check the numbers.
yeah. Crazy. Petra TDK played well in 2025, finishing high in our BNF. He only missed one game, the Sydney game, which was a loss. As a Swannies fan, who cares? Okay, you're a Swannies fan. Here we go. Got a Swannies fan here. Welcome. Lana says, can't see Dirks out, unfortunately. I think it'll be Lewis, even though he's been great. Someone has to make way. Yeah. You're all saying his name wrong. It's Mophead. Don't tee off Latrell because we might have to kick you. You're more than
Mate,
welcome in here, but keep it
what
civil,
are
please.
what are you saying?
Yeah. What toys are you talking about there, Annie? And if you're talking about toys, I think of all people, you would know the most about toys, especially a toy boy by the name of Clary Oliver, the pink sweaty pig. Looks like Lewis Young. It will be interesting to see if Waders adapts to our defence, which moves the ball quickly. Yeah, well, I'm sure like at training and stuff, they'd be, he's obviously a part of the drills. So he would be up to speed with needing to move the ball with a bit of quickness. Serge was a great man, all right, and an absolute gentleman, according to my mum when she met him. There you go. Wright and Davies know more than we do. They obviously think we can do better. Yeah, it's very strange, I think, Dean. I don't know. I just would love to know the reasoning behind it. Hopefully it's nothing fickle. It's not like a difference of opinion or something.
I
And
don't
it
think
is like a
it'll be
strategic
that.
move. Yeah, well,
I
across
think
the
it's
journey, there's
just
been
part of the Voss era.
yeah. Well, I think recruiters should be and list managers should be assessed based upon their performance at trade and draft. Nothing to do with the performance on field with regards to the senior coach.
Yeah, but how
'Cause
do
I think
you evaluate their performance if you're not evaluating the performance of the players that they've recruited?
I'm talking in terms of the coach. So it shouldn't be linked to anything to do with the coach at all. And we were actually getting, obviously not getting the results, but if it was a move based upon that, it's pretty preemptive because we're seeing results now
Yeah.
come the second part of the year. So it's
Yeah,
very
but it might have
short-sighted if
been
that's the case.
preemptive. Yeah.
It's just very short-sighted. I don't think you should be assessing a list manager mid-season. You do it come the end of the year. It's just a
Well,
very strange thing.
They did it mid-season because they want to get someone else new in for the next round, which happens at the end of the year.
Yeah, it seems as though like they had someone in mind, someone lined up, and that person may have withdrew their expression of interest being at another team. Because I think they were linked to Hawthorn's list manager, I think, and nothing else has been spoken about that. So maybe he was the one that was like, nah, I'm just going to stick around at Hawthorn. But even then, you probably just wait. But yeah, we'll wait and see what comes out in time. TDK just doesn't have that dog in him like Pitto. Yeah, exactly right. That's the difference. That is the key difference.
Bit of mongrel.
Yeah, a bit of mongrel. Dynamic can't believe Cripper had another girl. What, really?
Huh?
Is this right? Are you from the future, Dynamic? Or is his wife pregnant again and they've announced it's a girl? We would have seen that, surely.
Anything.
You would have seen that of all people. I wonder if we can get a shaman or something to wave the bone. Bone over Monique's lady parts to get us a few lads. Maybe quintuplets or something. Well, for the W, might be all right. Is it true that Harry Dean motioned to the Carlton supporters last week during the
I
game
think
not to Blue J
this is
sauce?
a fake. It's like a fake.
Oh, not one of those. It's like AI.
Have you seen those fake Facebook posts?
Yeah, Richmond have one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of those.
I didn't see that. Petra, mind you, I was at the game, but I don't know. Did you see that on the broadcast? Harry Dean apparently motioned to Carlton supporters not to boo JSOS.
No.
I don't know why Dean would do that because he wouldn't have played with Jack. So there's no skin in the game for him apart from being a Carlton supporter. I don't know. Yeah. Dean, TDK will end up playing 100 games at St Kilda as well, so the father-son discussion could end up being completely academic for us. If he has sons, they might easily end up at St Kilda. Yeah, who knows? Who knows? I think most of TDK's injury was to his manhood. Yeah, big ouch. Yeah, that's the first I've heard about that, Petra. What's that? I guess you'll never be blamed if you get to take the bins out. What's the gag there, Jonas?
It's too late. My brain's not operating.
I don't know. Did I miss a message from you, Dynamic? I don't think I did. I don't even know what's being referenced there. Told yesterday, but I can't find any footage of Harry telling Carlton fans not to boo JSOS. No. I watched the replay and I didn't see anything either. Young plays a lot forward and helps in the rucks, are probably less impact to the system if they drop Dirks for Weeders. Yeah, that's probably my point around that I was making earlier around Youngie, that he fits into the system so well and, dynamic. He can play in 3 different positions if need be to free things up, but who knows what Fraser's going to do? We'll find out in time. Wait, my wife showed me an article about the baby. Yep, could be a fake Facebook. She gets sucked in all the time.
Yeah, it's fake.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Peter Dean and the Stephen Silvani are best mates.
Oh, okay.
So he's Harry like good mates with Jack off the back.
You know who I found out was best mates, which is super random. Well, not super random because they would have played together a million years ago and not related to Carlton, but the Dacos family and the Orville family. So, Angry Dad.
Oh, yes, yep.
They're really good family friends.
Yeah, okay.
Mark Orville used to play for Collingwood as well. Anyway, unrelated.
Yep. Oh, sorry. This is in reference to Dynamic's wife forgetting to pay for the syndicate, the lotto. They missed out on the win. Yeah.
Yes.
So good point there, Jonas. I guess I'm never being blamed if you get to take the bins out. Now I understand the gag. Just so everyone knows, I adored the 3 generations of Silvanis more than you can imagine. Problem is they turned and defected. So as a rabid Bagger supporter, it's now my duty of care to hate them. Yep. I think we're all the same.
It's a sad set of events.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it, yeah. So I'm safe in the bins. Yeah. 100% you are, mate. Sticks had 2 daughters. That was a bummer. Speaking selfishly as a supporter only, of course. Well, I mean, it doesn't always guarantee, a father-son of talent. You look at, Gary Ablett Sr. We had Nathan Ablett, who was okay at footy, ended up carving himself out. I think he won a flag with Geelong. But there's him. And then there's Gary Ablett Jr., who's absolutely the little master, the god. I didn't see it either at the game. Mrs. Edge's mic volume is low.
Yeah, because someone made me put a setting on. Hold on a second. Let me take that off.
No. You can change the mic volume. Don't take the setting off. Click on the cog, and then on the very bottom there's a slider for mic volume, and just slide that up. My wife forgot to. Oh, yep. Sorry, you just copied and pasted that.
I don't have any slider for mic volume.
So if you click on settings and then go to audio, and then down the bottom, there should nothing. Is it the 4 boxes? Echo cancellation, reduce mic, background noise.
And then nothing under that.
Okay, keep talking.
I'm getting off that. Oh, because it said automatically adjust mic volume. Here we go. We'll put me up
Yes,
real loud. Can you hear me?
that's better.
No.
That's better. Ugh! Um, Sticks let us down big time. Dean, I think even Dooza Kernahan had girls as well. Yeah, that's just mentioned. Sauce and Ross Lyon jointly own a pub, I'm told. There you go. Perfect gatekeeper. They used to own the Union Club Hotel in Fitzroy with another bloke. There you go. The women's team are going to do great this year. Yeah, they've had a great win against the Saints, first up.
Can't believe
Which,
they even had opening round.
ridiculous, wasn't it?
Momentum killer.
Absolutely ridiculous, the AFL they're doing. I thought it was confined to just the men's game.
Well, I was so
Dumb as shit.
confused because I didn't realise there was only one game of, like, our game was the opener last week. And then on the Sunday footy show, they were like, oh, you excited for your first game? I'm talking to Hawthorn players. You excited for your first game next week? And I was like, what do you mean? Very confused.
There's Lana, the capital, she's up and about now. 2028 prediction, Ross and Sauce get shown the door at St Kilda and Jay Sauce wants to return to Carlton as a prodigal son. Would we take him back? No, we don't need him. Our defence is set. In fact, him not being in defence has actually helped. Because, I mean, we wouldn't have had we wouldn't have had Dirksen play, like if Sauce was still with us. Young mightn't have got an opportunity as much as what he has. So, silver linings. Dynamic, are you a bit of an audiophile, Mr. Edge? If so, any recommendations for a good supply in Vic? I used to use digital cinema, but I've had a couple of bad experiences with them recently. Well, depends what you're after. So, my mic is like a Shure mic. They're pretty good. So, definitely recommend them. Just have a look at Amazon. There is Videocraft is one. A lot of the ones I know are camera based, but yeah, depends what you're after. If you're after a handheld mic or Rode Go mic or DJI, should be the 2027.
You can hold it like all the influencers.
Oh God, yeah, that peaks off its tits all the time. Crazy times this AFL mob, yeah. Wonder what we get for Ollie if he wants to go to the Riz. Okay, well, let's have a quick chat about that.
So, I think players have already been told, some players have already been told if they're required or not for next year, because today there was the announcement that Duffy's going back to Ireland as well. And then the rumours about Ollie that he might be going to North. So I have a feeling that those conversations have already started.
Yeah. Yep.
So he's been spotted talking to someone. I would say he's gone.
He's gone.
Gone.
Yeah.
Whether it's
I think he probably
North or not,
knows.
different story.
Yeah, writing on the wall.
Yeah.
I think for him, he probably realises that he's not getting a crack. I think it was Mitch Cleary was talking about on Agenda Setters, I think, and he was looking at the players that are not getting games in the Fraser era compared to under Voss, and it's like, Zach Williams, and he's definitely one of them, Ollie Hollands, but I mean, he hasn't been able to carve out a spot. That's the big thing. And he's seeming like he's a one-dimensional type player where he's just a wingman, and he's not performing to the best of his ability. Like, who would have thought Cherry's actually overtaken him as a wingman and playing in defence now as well? So
Yeah.
crazy. But yeah, maybe a third-round pick. I don't know what pick the Roos would have at the moment. So a quick squeeze to see if we can find it. Because we could potentially, we do need some extra points, I think, for Cody Walker, potentially.
Yeah.
So they've got at the moment pick 6, which I don't think they'd be partnered with anyway, but round 2. Do they even have a second round pick? Maybe not. I think we've got their second round pick. We got picks 23 and 24. Yeah, okay. I don't know. But I have to maybe a three club deal or something. Who knows? But I think we'd try and push for a second round pick potentially. But yeah, third round pick's probably more realistic in light of what you said there, Dean. Ollie's gone for sure. I think Ollie was offered 1 year and he decided to look elsewhere. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that probably makes sense as well. I think he doesn't deserve anything more than a year in terms of his output. And he's been in the system for how long now?
Yeah, a while.
4 years?
We better start wrapping this up because I'm falling asleep.
Yeah, 4 years.
Oh my goodness.
All right, we'll round things out with these comments here. Yeah, he hasn't stepped to the next level. It's unfortunate. He's shown signs, but just not there consistently enough. North like the second-hand small blokes. Yeah, Fisher, Daniel, Spargo. Yeah, we've kind of moved past Ollie, unfortunately. Yeah, he's in the gym every day and can't bulk up. Yeah, he's like, I think he's one of those guys that you just get the protein into you. Ollie, you don't have the natural testosterone to keep you going. I would offer a short extension. This year's been an odd one personally for him, but he certainly has seemed to have plateaued at the moment, yeah.
But that would make sense if we did offer him a year and he declined.
Yeah. Maybe we can give them Hollins, Boyd, and a pick for one of their better ones, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, we've got, in terms of the draft picks, this is what it's looking like at the moment. So we've got picks 9 and 17. 17 came from Sydney, of course. And then we've got pick 23 and 24. So could we try and nab pick 6 from them?
I doubt it.
If we give them pick 17 and Hollins and maybe something else.
I don't think
you'd have to package something up. You'd have to package something up to get them to jump. All year, even last year, couldn't work out how Ollie was getting a game. Even every time he gets the ball, he would look rushed or shit himself. Yeah, I don't think he's up to the speed of the senior footy, unfortunately. It's that way, Rona. He's 68 kilos, drinking ripping wet. The boy needs to dance in the shower to get a good wash. Classic. Matt Carroll should be the benchmark for our wingers moving forward. Yep.
I reckon I weigh more than Ollie Hollins. I'm 160 centimetres tall.
You can only use your 2 highest picks. Yep, Max, for a father and son, indeed. We need a first rounder or go in arrears in 2028. Yeah, I think we'll probably go in deficit as you can with matching a bid. But we'd need to use...
Do we have any father sons for next year? As in not Cody's draft, the following one? Do we have to save our points for anything?
I don't think it's the year after. I think potentially that's Thornton's son and maybe Cooter.
Cooter's son, yeah.
But you can see there in terms of the screenshot here or on the screen, the draft points alongside each pick. So if we were to even move up the order from pick 9 to pick 6, which is more achievable, and maybe package Hollins and maybe something else, a late pick, that would give us an extra 300 points, which would be crucial in trying to match a bid. Then we could probably use pick 6 and pick 17 in order to match Cody, and bingo bango.
This is a dumb question. What if we don't have to match him?
But someone's going to put a bid on him, so we'll have to match. Because it's incentive for teams in the bottom 6 or whatever it is. Because they get an extra pick due to the dumb AFL system. Like it incentivizes virtually. It's like a draft version of tanking.
Yeah.
It's like you're bidding on a player that you know is going to be claimed by a club.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so it's the AFL shit me, honestly. Bunda Williams and Hollins, then you might get a decent pick. Yep. Good point. Jonas, thoughts on Motlop, or do people call him Motflop around here? He tackled brilliantly in only going for his career, so he's capable. I think he's behind the 8 ball anyway, but with Bunsen performing as well as he is, I mean, we can play him alongside Bunsen, but coming back from an ACL, as well as the fact that he wasn't in the best form consistency-wise, I think he's a depth player at the moment, and I think he probably should look elsewhere if I was in his shoes. Port Adelaide again, maybe? Who knows? Ollie is 72 kilos. Crazy. This is the website. It's Zero Hanger. So it's the independent, online news website. Fear not, we'll get it done. Yet we'll bank at least 2 of the 3, if not all. Cooters left it late.
Of course, the thing is, we absolutely will get it done, because what if Freo, just to say, like whoever's on the top of the ladder at the moment, if Freo had a father-son this year, there should be no disadvantage no matter where you finish on the ladder for you being able to get the father-son. So, like, you'll be able to get it done.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
What'd you say with Freo?
Like, I'm just saying, like, no matter where you finish on the ladder, there shouldn't be a disadvantage. Like, you should be able to still get the father-son. Like, it shouldn't be disadvantaged by where you finish on the ladder. Otherwise, that's encouraging clubs to tank.
Yeah, like what Petra's saying here. So if you finish 10th, we lose the 10% discount for the father-son. So we'd have to, like, the draft points, we'd have to pitch in an extra 10% virtually, which is, it's dumb. It is dumb. I know it's like they're trying to justify this equalisation, but it's pretty dumb. I just think it's stupid, the fact that you can only use 2 picks. Like, it's a pretty harsh. I think it's probably harsh on the bottom place teams anyway. Like, to use 2 picks to try and match a bid on a player that could go 1 or 2 or whatever. It's pretty stupid. The flogs who bid get the extra pick. Yeah, ridiculous rule. Yep. Yeah, he is apparently looking pretty fit, which is good to hear for Motters.
I think he'll get a 1-year deal, just quietly.
Yeah, he'll stick around. G'day, Jack. You're join us late, mate.
Is his contract up?
I don't think so. I think he's under contract because he re-signed. Yeah, he'll see it out. Yeah, you'll at least get a chance next year to prove his worth and go from there. Bit of back and forth, but we'll wait and see what happens with the draft, and we'll discuss all that. I mean, it's something we were discussing, as early as round 9 when we were 1-8. Looking forward to the draft, but now
we were talking about flanking. I think we were calling it
flanking.
There was a time, my first or second stream, we were talking about the T word without calling it the T word, because that's how like bad we looked.
Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah, we could have been tanking if we really wanted to, but anyway, we don't need to now. We can look forward to potentially a wild card. Who would have thought? I think Ashton, it looks as though he's depth at the very most, but he may be gone as well. The AFL don't want teams to tank, then they make it harder, to draft father-sons while incentivizing bottom teams to bid on them in the draft. Yeah, and get an extra pick, which then disadvantages other teams because their pick gets pushed back because they get an extra pick out of thin air. So dumb. I'm sure that they just pull out, whoever has an idea, they don't even brainstorm. They're like, yep, no worries, let's go with it. And then they just like, oh, wait a second, no, we've stuffed it up. Then we're going to bring in another rule to try and counteract that. Anyway, I'll wrap this up in a quick sec. So, Jonas, even if you win the flag versus Sydney, we would still have 17, 18, 23, 24, and the 2027 round 1 pick to package up to 2 first rounders at enough points. Exactly. We're getting him regardless. There's no worry about that at all. Todd has joined us. which I think is Annie Knight. Lou, if Essendon bid on Cochrane, do bottom 5 teams automatically get compo pick at the start of the second round? Yep. So there's only one bid needs to be made on a father-son, because the theory is that the team that matches that bid, which in this case would be Port, they would go to, say, Essendon have pick 1, they bid on Cochrane, Port has to match that bid, and then they get pick 1, Essendon gets pick 2, and then every other team gets pushed back. So that's the thinking behind it, but it's stupid.
So when all the teams get pushed back, do their points change?
Yep, draft points change. So you can see there on the screen.
For God's sakes.
So pick 1 goes from 3,000 points to 2,481. And the AFL's thinking is that, to make up for it, we're going to give you an extra pick. Fuck, it's so stupid. Only the top 4 teams get the extra pick, as Gold Coast already traded it. If any of them trade a pick in the top 4, they automatically lose the extra pick. Yep. Sard still has a year left. I wonder what happens there. Yeah. Pay him out?
Yeah,
Or just
I think he's done.
leave him in as a bit of depth.
Well, if he's already under contract, probably can keep him as depth unless we desperately need the list space.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. Well, you're crushing. And
I'm crashing because I have to work tomorrow.
yeah, and there's still 25 people joining us, which is crazy. So, thanks for joining us. Poor Sard is cooked. Thanks for joining us as well, Foyle. we're all cooked.
I was cooked with Sard.
Well, indeed, it is I indeed. Well, there you go. Big call from Lana. Sard won't play senior football again. Well, ladies and gents, before we sign off, as we always do, heading into this game against the Dogs, what is the prediction? Win, loss, and margin.
I'm just going to go with what I normally go with because maybe it's like good luck. So I'm going to say we're going to win by under 2 goals.
Under 2 goals, okay. Who's man of the match?
Taylor Byrne.
Taylor Byrne. Like it. I'm going to say us by 32 points. Comprehensive. Which I don't know why that number just popped into my head, so...
I just want to win. I just want to win. Lock in at minimum a wild card. Well, no, 8th is still technically a wild card. Lock in wild card.
Yep.
And not have to worry about round 24 sweating on if we have to win or lose. So that's my wish.
Get it in the bag. That's what we're saying. Get it in the bag. Todd, who's your VC and C this week? For Supercoach, VC is gone and C is probably Isaac Heaney. Shame he didn't get a Euro 200 phrase. Vossi ruined him, playing as lockdown defender. Sard, yep. Totally agree. You can get them at Woolies where the salt is.
Peppercorns. I was talking about peppercorns before.
Why? Who was chatting about peppercorns? Did I miss that?
Petra and Chef.
You lads, honestly, you were talking about the old cassette tapes or something back in the day in one of the previous streams. Cracker. Thank you, Lana. Thanks for joining us as always. Likewise to you, Wayno. Wayno says win by 30. Lana, likewise, you says 38. Walshy, BOG. Jonas, of course, as usual. Carlton by 6 Choles, 6 Marbiols. Have a great weekend. You too, mate. Lou says surely Carlton by 10 goals with no Bont in English. Hope it's more than that. I'm saying 65. Wow. Gee, we're getting higher and higher.
I hope it's more than that, but I just be conservative. So then hopefully, this is how my brain works. I don't want to jinx anything.
Well, Dynamic's not jinxing anything. He's with 65 and Cooper Lord kicks 6 from the pocket. My word. Just no injuries. Yeah, big one there. Foyle.
Yes.
Great point. Jack says Blues by 17. Hewitt best on ground. 7 goals plus, says Rayner.
Well, hopefully no injuries because it sounds like the Bulldogs aren't going to play at half speed, leaving out important players. So,
Well, they're doing us a favour because we did them a favour back in, was it 2022 when we lost to the Pies and they got
Yeah.
a final spot off the back of us. So they owe us. They technically do. But Lou has said Saints will lose to the Tigers so we can relax regardless.
That would be lovely.
That would be a classic. Night to you, Wayno. Hope you're well. I hope you get better by the sounds of it. No more morphing walls and hearing voices in your head. All the chatting about. Here we go. Deli Spice Nut Shop. Okay. On Friday night, yes, I'll be doing the Supercoach live. Probably a bit of a short one, Jonas, because the interest in Supercoach is waning, for lack of a better word. That's for sure. 2 weeks, round 24. But then there's Supercoach finals. But mind you, the prize for the Supercoach finals is a car.
Wow.
And it's 4 weeks of work. 4 weeks compared to 24
what kind
weeks.
Of car?
I think it is. They've got it plastered on that. Let me just have a quick squeeze. It's a Toyota Hilux.
Oh, yeah. I could see you driving around one of them.
Yeah. Put the camera gear in the back. Petra says Blues by 37. And Paddy Pusicato. Dean says 7 goals. All right, and I think that is it. So a chol is a goal. What's a Marbia? Marbia is a 9-pointer, apparently, according to Jonas. Extra long. Fun chat. No worries. Thanks for joining us, Mike. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Oh, my Lord. People are just... R9 got it. DeConning's in the air. Yes. Catch the Jeff. Night Lana. They're gone. They're saying goodnight. They're walking out the door, walking out the pub that's owned by bloody Sauce and Ross. As they're waving goodbye. Finish your pint, put it on the counter.
Karaoke live stream?
Where is that? Now, Jack, you didn't mention this because Jack was on, just quickly, so I know we were supposed to leave about 10 years ago. Jack jumped on for the Raw Reactions live stream post-game, and every time he's on, there's feedback. And we're talking about like a feedback loop where I can hear myself, like clearly, and everyone can hear it in the chat. And it's only when I talk, but he said that he's like, I don't know what it is, but I set it up for singers. And I never actually like clicked what you're talking about there. Jack, can you actually put your link to your channel in the live stream here before we go? Because I want to check it out. And I want to see this karaoke live stream. I love he's just offered Lana. Just come past me at the karaoke live stream. And see, Lana's on board. How do I do that? Exactly.
Speaking of,
Wade
we've been
Gherkin.
teaching the little man how to sing da 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 da.
Oh, yes. We have indeed. I showed just the, on my phone, the video of him dancing.
Yeah, and then
To
that,
the
can,
da- da-
that,
da-
can, that can take us out for the night.
Oh, I've got to find, which one is it? I might have to queue it up for next time because I don't know which one. I've got a million videos of him. Where are you, Chef Jack? Petra and Atusha always there. Jack, where's my invite, mate? Where's our invite? Well, I can't because I ain't blue. What do you mean? Does the baby walk now or crawl? He's still crawling, but he's on the verge of walking. Yeah, da 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 da. And this you had it on your phone. Did you have it on your phone?
No, you put it in one of the family group chats.
There he is with a hat. What a little gangster. Yeah, boy. Was it in the group chat? Oh, here we are. Is this it? I think I found it.
And then I've been
Lana's loving
teaching him. I've been teaching him how to say da 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 da. Hold on. Oh, my phone's got 2%. I don't think it'll last, but I'll try.
Chef,
Oh, it's
I
going
ain't
through my
blue
ears.
to drop my link. Oh, well, is it through your channel?
Won't work.
Is it through your channel, Jack? Because can literally just search Chef Jack 33. I think you're saying that you need to be a certain. Can I search it? Surely you can put a link in. I didn't know that wasn't a thing. Chef Jack. And I'll pop the link in. Easy recipes. Is that you? Well, this is your channel anyway, Chef Jack. I don't think this is yours. It's your cooking channel.
Check the previous live streams.
Oh yes, here it is. I'm laughing. Exactly. I'm laughing, Jack, at your thumbnails. Obviously, they're AI generated. Have a look at this. That is so good. That is the best. I love it. I won't be able to play it because I'll be flagged for copyright because it'll be copying your fine work there, Jack. That's very good. Raina says, the way Stick's saying it, little Felix will need a couple of beers first. Yeah. He'll be singing, stand by your man. Whose name will he say first, mum or dad? Well, he says both, doesn't he? He says, dad, 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 dad. It's not just everyone singing the Carlton Club song, is it? No, oh, I can hear him. Is that him?
That's him.
I can hear him stirring. There's adorable, says Raina. Thank you. Yeah, good boy. He's around it. Who do you think he will say? Well, that's the devil's child, is it, Damien? No, I think you mean me, Damon. But no, I don't think you'll say my name. Mama or Dada, he says both. Should have been his first words. Bugger, Mama and Dada, yeah. Baggers.
We tried to teach him Jagger and Cripper, but we're not quite there yet.
Yeah. Edge might be his first word.
No, he's
Chef Jack loved it. He had that shit hidden away. Exactly. I'm making Jack's latest chicken peppercorn cream sauce. My lord.
There you go. That's why we were talking about the peppercorns earlier.
Very good. Now it makes sense. I didn't realize you were a chef, Jack. I mean, it kind of makes sense with your username, but yes, let's do it, ladies and gents. I haven't subbed yet. Gee whiz, we've actually subbed right now. So get around him, ladies and gents. Check out his channel, give him a sub, and click the link. This is the link again. Just post it before we go out. As a former musician, I approve and endorse this 100%. Indeed. Well, I'll be checking out the karaoke. That's for sure. Getting involved. We'll get involved, Jack. You're retired and now you're a full-time karaoke man. Because we love our karaoke, don't we?
Karaoke. Yeah, I love karaoke.
So, Jack, I don't know if there's a specific time and date that you do it. Jeez, there's a stream here you went for 5 hours. That's incredible. Holy shit! Wait, hold on a sec. I want to show you this. Set it up where there's flames behind. This is elite. Wait, where is it? Easy recipes with Jack. Now, is this showing up here? The preview?
I need to look at some of these recipes too.
Don't worry about the rest. Look at this. Wait, hold on. 3, 2, 1.
Oh my god, I'm literally about to fall asleep.
It's in a volcano. He's in a volcano. Oh, that is so good. I've had a few singers come up. Cracker.
Wow.
Are you capable now of burping the baby and change it, mate?
Why are you obsessed with asking? Why are you obsessed with asking?
Oh, this is the dude. This is a different dude, I think. Or is it really? I don't know. Is it the Collins supporter or is it a different dude?
No, I don't know.
Come up and sing. There you go.
I'll come up and sing. I'm not a very good singer, but I love karaoke. Yep.
Oh, you've had a few people on. Yeah. I'm going to check this out for sure. Well, we'll be there. We'll be there, Jack, doing some karaoke with you. And again, thank you, ladies and gents, for joining us. You all know who you are.
Thank you for the last 20 minutes. Let's go.
Hey. You're happy to leave. You can leave any time. You know what? I can just go, see ya, and then you can go. Oh, there you are. So we will come up as well, Jack. But thanks again, everyone. You're legends. As always, appreciate your support, love, kindness, and banter. And until next time, what do we say? Go Baggers. Catch us.
See ya.
Have you ever heard the MCG